just want to go over Orica Shotplus, the blasting software, to do one or two basic designs or how to go about it, some of the basic tools. Maybe in a couple of days, a course will be rolled out that we can do estimation or budgeting and the rest. So now, when let me start it over again. So if you have the software on your laptop, the first thing you need to do is to launch it, double click on it and open the software. That you launch the software. So sometime if you have internet connection, something like this will pop up update. No, don't update because you don't have the license. If you're using the crack software, use current. So you want to use the current one, the one you previously installed, the cracked version. So it will take some time. I'll read okay. So it's still reading 95%. It's loading resources. Okay. So now all what you've been working on will be here. I've worked on one. Now I want to do another new, like work on a new one. So what I need to do is to come to new blast. I enter the title of the project. Let's say training 1, for example, or training 1 2, for example. The author, you enter a name. You can write description of your project, the aim of your project, everything here. The customer, you can write here his name, the mine where you're working from, the mines you're working on, maybe you're a consultant, location of the mine, you can, so and you can leave your comment. So after filling all of these, you click on OK. Now we have the software already. So there are different ways you can so these are the menus. You have the file. Under the file you can open another new project. You can start a new project. You can open the project you've worked on before. Let me say open. Under open, I've worked on the project QQ. I can just select it and open it. So you see the project I've worked on before. So you can work on it like that. So you see these are the projects I've worked on. So here is the stemming. We talk to here. Here is the sub drill. So you can do all of these. So it should be okay also. So you can pan. You can use any of these. Nothing. You can select this. So you can do most of these things. So if you want, then you can click on pan again. So that's it. So you can right click and close the tool. So this is how you open projects you've worked on. So you see you can open it like this, different ways. So you see that's it. So you have your stemming and you have your sub drill, everything. So after doing that, you can close again. Let me close the tool. So you can do all of that. So that's how you can go about it sometimes. So now we have our next line of action. This is what we've worked on. So if we want to open another new one, you can come to file and open the new one just like we did just now. You can save your project, save as. You can save it as a template. You can merge, you can import a text file like CSV file, Excel file format. Maybe you've done your drill design in Subpack, that you can import those coordinates. And Orica Shotplus, then you can use them to do your drill and blast design, your budgeting, everything. You can import the Excel file. The Excel file you can import. You can import Shotplus string file like a polygon, the area where you want to do your drill and blast design, you want your blasting to be done, you can import that polygon, that boundary. You have a lot of things you can import, and you can also export as Excel, DXF, quantities, everything like this. Blast holes to Shotplus, you can all of this Excel, so it's okay. You can print your report, you can exit if you want. So if I click on exit, so you see, so those are some of the things you can do with the software. Those are just like basics, so it depends on what you want to do. So now let me open the software again. I don't want to install updates. So the next line of action is we're going to explore more menu tools. So you see 93% is loading. When it gets to 100, yeah, we want to do a new one. Okay, so this is it. So now we have the edit. You can copy image, edit most of these things. This is summary, blast, outcome, available resource, design data, all of this. You can, the unit, it's in metric, you can send it to Imperial. You have template, the language, what you want to work with, the project setting. You can go to project setting, your report, your resources, everything. So you can come to view, you can view everything, colors only. So all of the layer manager, visibility manager, all of these. You can come to calculation, visualize the timing. You have everything like this. Come to tools, auto loading, all of these surfaces, blast, IQ, help. You can go to help center, about, release notes, all of these. So now, so you can set your project. So you see, set your project, blast on your general, your language, your resources, everything. So what if you want to do just a drill and blast design for an area you don't have the polygon for example, just for practice sake, you have different options. So okay, for the toolbars, we have here the Windows Manager, we have here the layer, and we have the visibility manager. So for you to display all of these toolbars, you just right click in the empty space here. You see toolbar, status bar, they are here. See toolbars, uncheck, toolbars are off, toolbars, they are back. So for you to do that, all you need to do, you see this option here. We have different options. This here is add hole. You can add hole. How you can do, click on it. You determine the hole type. The hole ID, it's A1. You can decide to give it ID. The length of the drill hole. Let's say we want a drill hole of 15 meter. It's a meter because it's imperial. We are using the metric, so that's why it is a meter, 15 meter. The angle, we don't want any angle bearing, not in the material type. You can add material. If the place is wet, you can assume wet. The color, if you know the elevation of the area, you can enter the color. The diameter, the drill rod, the whole of the diameter of the hole, you can change it here. You enter diameter of your choice, 18 millimeter. You know, we are using metric, so you have the bench height, everything. If you want to drill to length, but if you want to drill to bench, you click, then you activate the bench height, the sub drill. You do all of those. So the bench height, let's say 150 meter, the sub drill also. If you want to drill to bench height but want to drill to length, that's why the bench height want to use 15. After that, the next you edit your loading. So now I want to load, edit our loading, you add. They are both here currently, so you can click here. They look for info. Yeah, so currently it's air. So let's search for info 0.8. So it depends on what you want to use. Amphor 0. What's the length of the amphor? Let's say 12 meter. If you say 12, it means the 3 meter will be for our stemming. So you see, for our 15, they have our sub dam. So it depends. Here, let's say we add another one before here. You see there is here and here. We want to add stemming. Okay, so I take here stemming 2.5. You see the stemming. Let's say we want to add a stemming of 2.5. So you see, so now we have the air, we have the stemming, we have the amphor. Let's say air, I want to give it 1. So you manipulate it. So you see the air, you have the stemming, you have everything, the explosive. Then come now to the initiator. Click add here. You click here, you have different. So you have the electric, everything. So it's left with you to use what you want to. So the standard of your company. So now let me use Cortex 5W. The depth, I want it to be 12 meter, for example. Let me say I want to, okay, I can even say 10 or 12. It depends on what you want to use. Yeah. So you see now. Then here the chord tracing. Click here. Research. Let me say I want to use 5p. It depends on what you want to use. 5p. So after that, the chord. Click on all of these. So you see how the chords come from the top to the bottom. After doing all of these, you click on OK. You click on OK. So you start to insert. Click here. 1 hole, 2 hole, 3 hole. It depends how you want the holes to go. If you want, you can select holes like this. So if you have a polygon, you can still do example like this within the polygon. So you see, this is just the basic of how to add hole. There you can just right click and close. So these are the holes. So you see A1 is 50 meter the depth. You have A2, A3 and the rest. So now, because we don't want this, so you can undo. You undo them. You see, you can undo them by the undo. Yeah, or you can even right click and select all. You press delete key on your keyboard. You deleted them. So that's option 1. And you have option 2 to add a row. Maybe you have a polygon, but you want to add another row. So you can click on row. So you see the diameter you can add. You can come to whole data spacing. Let's say I want to use 6 meter, something like that. Then you come again. The diameter, the design length, we say 50 meter. Angle, nothing, yes. Drill to length, yes. We edit our loading. You see, just the same. Add. Let's say we want to take amphor 0.8. You say 10, for example. We add before. This is air, and here is stemming. Let's say here we want to do our stemming. So you see stemming, different one, 2.5. So we want to do a stemming of, let's say 3 meter, and the air we say 1. So you see, you just decide on what you want to do. Then the initiator you add. Which one do you want to add? It's left with you. You have different ones. You have the electric, everything, Cortex 5W. Let's say 10 meter. And the chord tracing, add what you want to add. Let's say 10p. After that, we just click on the chord here. You tick all of these boxes, so you see. Then you click OK. Click OK again. So now you add. You just draw like this. Click and draw. Move your and click. You click again. You move, because we say we want them to add into. These are different rows. Even if you wanted them to be like this, you just click, move your mouse. So this is another method of doing it. Right click, close to. You can right click, select all, right click and delete. That's another method. We have another method of standard, so we can stop here.